The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig house, Monac for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away. Well, Horsky with the reception and hauled down by Janko. Looks to throw, comes back across. They set up the screen to Ruffin. Ruffin room to run. There goes Ruffin running wild into his own man. See you later. 75 yards. From Friday night lights to Saturday matinee football, it's WPIAL 2A Allegheny Conference action as the undefeated South Allegheny Gladiators hit the road to take on the 3-2 Shady Side Academy Bulldogs here this afternoon, as South Allegheny looking for their first ever 7-0 start in program history, first 6-0 season in program history for the Gladiators, now looking to move it to 7 straight wins to start the season. Last year, 56-22 victory against the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs at home. And that was in the midst of some coaching turmoil for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. As Shady Side Academy, yet another new bench boss this season. Brian Hansen on the other hand in his 3rd year at the helm of the South Allegheny Gladiators. High-octane offense, 46.8 points per game for the South Allegheny Gladiators, of course, led by Drew Cook and Joey Gamrett, the two dynamic dual wide receiver running back for the Gladiators of South Allegheny. SA in prime position, especially after a Steel Valley loss on Friday night to Apollo Ridge, in prime position to claim their first section championship since the 1986 season. This is a team also hoping and feeling destined to claim their first district crown since the 1977 season. And again, looking to just keep the ball rolling here this afternoon. Last year when these two teams met, it was a record-breaking Friday night out in McKeesport at South Allegheny High School. Is in that contest, both Ryan Cordes and Drew Cook set records receiving and passing for a single season for the South Allegheny Gladiators. Again, last year, that was against a Shady Side Academy squad that had Cam Mallory as the starting quarterback. Well, Cam Mallory, a senior now, he's the starting tight end on this squad, while on the other side it is the sophomore moving to the quarterback position in Javon Johnston from wide receiver to quarterback for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs, again, who have had a plethora of turmoil around their program last year with Coach DiNardo leaving, and then of course the incident against the Bears postponing that game earlier this season, which has turned a lot of heads around the WPIAL. As South Allegheny won the last one, the two prior went to Shady Side Academy. As the Bulldogs and the Gladiators get set to duel here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. South Allegheny coming off a victory, 62-14 over Ligonier Valley, 42-6 loss to Steel Valley in the last game for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. Talking to Coach Geisler, the first-year bench boss, said very excited to see how this program is able to kind of turn things around. He said, when I got here, we're a young team. Many of our seniors are seeing a lot of playing time for the first time in their career. And he said this year truly was about building the right foundation for years to come and doing things the right way. We have some talent. We have the ability to compete with any team in our classification to where anyone can win or be able to at least compete on any given Friday or Saturday night. He said we've been going through a lot of growing pains to get this program back to where it needs to be and hoping to get back to competitive play inside of conference play, and said this is a great matchup against the Gladiators. South Allegheny is a quiet team that goes about their business while being one of the top teams in the classification. They are solid at all 11 positions on both sides of the ball, and they're specialists. I do know Coach Hansen well, but I do not know Coach Hansen well, but he's done an incredible job getting that program back to where it is. I have a lot of respect for the way their program has grown over the last few years, and I'm glad we have a good challenge for our homecoming matchup here this afternoon. Again, that was Coach Geisler in his first year, sharing that with me. Also, missing a couple of key pieces is Shady Side Academy. Maddox Harvey, Andre Patterson, and Tyler Hoagland all out with injuries here today. Talking to Coach Hansen, and he said, hey, Shady Side Academy, they're fast, athletic, and really respect Cam Mallory along with the likes of their defensive weak side linebacker in Marcus Berkeley. Said those two are absolutely great athletic kids with incredible size and motors, well coached, and the kids seem to be improving every week for this Shady Side Academy squad, according to Coach Hansen. Said for us to win, we need to control the line of scrimmage, play clean, aggressive football defensively. We must pursue and tackle better than we did last week. It all starts up front with our D and line and linebackers. Look for Tyrone Clater and Derek Pace to have an impact in this game. He said at this point in the season, we're pleased where we're at, but we have 2 or 3 more gears of offense and defense that we haven't reached yet, and we need to continue to ignore the distractions and focus on improving every single week. Coach Hansen said he would have never taken this job if he didn't believe that SA had the ability to win a championship, and they absolutely do. It's a Gladiator team that lost in the quarterfinals last year, who had their first 4-0 start since 1977 a year ago. Well, 6-0, hoping to go to 7-0. And if this is a South Allegheny team that has 2 or 3 more gears in their repertoire, that is scary for the rest of the 2A classification. As South Allegheny, the way they're playing, looks like the 1 seed upcoming. Step aside, national anthem, comeback, players to watch and underway from Shady Side Academy right here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with best 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. but fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Back from Michael J. Farrell Stadium, Saturday afternoon football, and it's your Lions Heart Media players to watch. On one side, the big D1 tight end Cam Mallory, the 6', 240 Youngstown State commit. On the year, been a menace defensively. The big body, 18 receptions, 377, and 4 touchdowns on the year. South Allegheny going to have to limit him, and that's by preventing time for Johnston to throw here this afternoon. And looking to prevent Johnston from having time and space to throw here this afternoon, we mentioned him earlier, and we're going to mention him again. Tyrone Clater Jr. on the season, been lethal. 4 sacks, 4 blocked punts, 2 blocked field goals, 77 receiving yards, and a touchdown to boot. 3 Division I offers for Tyrone Clater. Look for him to make an impact here tonight. Those are your, or afternoon, those are your Lions Heart Media players to watch. As it's the Gladiators, it's the Bulldogs, it's here on MVI Live, as we will keep it here playing the national anthem. It's the Gladiators, it's the Bulldogs, it's 2A Allegheny Conference football here on MVI Live. Again, Alex Lyons with you here this afternoon from Shady Side Academy, the beautiful campus right over in yonder, the hill from Fox Chapel High School, as Michael J. Farrell Stadium, the home of this 2A Allegheny Conference matchup. Bulldogs 24.4 points per game. On the other side for the Gladiators, they have put up an impressive margin on the season of 46.8 points per game. Gladiators, 121.5 passing yards per game this season for the sophomore gunslinger Elijah Cook. 206 rushing yards per game. They've turned the ball over 6 times through the air, but it's a tenacious defense as well. 9 points against per game, 39 TFL, 16 sacks, 7 interceptions, and 3 fumbles with 6 blocked kicks, all by Tyrone Clater. He's blocked 4 punts and blocked 2 field goals with 19 pass defense. Again, last year when these two teams met, South Allegheny, it was a historic Friday night as we saw 2 records broken, Ryan Cordes and Drew Cook breaking receiving and passing records. And some clock malfunctions before we even get underway here from Michael J. Farrell Stadium. Gladiators and the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy. Of course, Shady Side Academy, some well-known talent has come out of this program, and most recently current San Francisco 49ers Sky Moore, playing his first season with the 49ers after a stint with the Chiefs after his time at Western Michigan and here at Shady Side Academy. Second-round pick, one of 5 players out of the program to make it to the NFL. Of course, South Allegheny, Jesse James, a Gladiator legend. Former Nittany Lion and former Pittsburgh Steeler tight end who caught the ball against New England. Never gonna die as underway Saturday matinee. As that's fielded by Cole at the 25, cuts near side, stutter, step back inside, as tries to change direction into the waning arms of Gainey, as Darius Gainey on the stop, and it's first down and 10 for South Allegheny. So SA takes over, 11:53 opening quarter action. Scoreless game as just underway. Gladiators take over on their own 32. Guess, Pistilli, Hansen, Ashmiller, and Hansen, the big boys up front. Cook, the quarterback. Gamrett, the running back. Drew Cook, Kymir Brown, along with Tyrone Clater and Akeem Harrell, all expected to play a big role today. Quick pitch out near side on the edge. Hakeem Harrell right on cue. Shoved out at the 40-yard line as quickly ranging to the football, Javon Johnston. Gain of 6 on first down. Out to the, or make it 8 on first down. Out to the 41-yard line. And not the easiest angle, as just a few feet above the playing surface. Elijah Cook in the gun. Receiver left side, Brown. Near side, Drew Cook. Joey Gamrett the back. As Cook gets the snap, has time, Elijah goes to Drew, first down and more. As first catch of the game for number 2 in white, Drew Cook. So Cook gets it out to the 45-yard line with some laundry on the field. So wait to see the call. Looks like it is going to be a 3-yard reception from Cook and then a spot foul. So Drew Cook, first reception of the game from his brother Elijah. So personal foul, move the chains against Shady Side Academy. First penalty of the game goes against the Bulldogs. First down and 10, South Allegheny. 58 seconds gone. Ball inside the Bulldog 40 at the 38. 3-man front, Mallory, Clark, and Hardin. As in the gun, Elijah Cook, twin receiver set. Harrell goes in motion. Pitch out left side. Harrell gets the edge. Hakeem Harrell running loose inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. As Gainey tracks him down. From the 38 to the 18. Gain of 20. First and 10 for South Allegheny. Harrell in motion again. Now it's Gamrett up the gut as Gamrett powers forward inside the 15 down to around the 11-yard line. First carry for Joey Gamrett. With some more laundry on the field, and this time the Gladiators backing up, looking for their second straight win against Shady Side Academy and their first ever 7-0 start. Boxley will check out. He's going to be replaced by Kymir Brown, the 5'10 senior. Drew 397 receiving yards this year, so that catch put him at 400 for the year after 1,400 in his junior campaign. 1,000-point scorer on the basketball court, district champion as well. Drew lines up near side. Elijah in the gun side. Cartwright Cameron. As Cook looks to throw. Flag flies and a false start against the Gladiators. So back them up 5 more. First down and 20. 10:09 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. South Allegheny on the march early on here in this one. But the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy getting bailed out by back-to-back Gladiator penalties. Drew Cook far side, twin receivers up top. As Cook alone in the gun, double H back right and left. Elijah sends Harrell in motion. Hand off Shane right up the gut. As Shane powers down back to the 20-yard line. As Shane able to work his way forward, get some of that penalty yardage back for the Gladiators. As coming up, Nico Grimkowski, the 5'11 senior safety. Ball down to the 20-yard line, so it's going to be an 8-yard gain on first down for the fullback, Austin Shane. Cook in the gun, Gammer at the back, twin receiver set. Heavy formation for Elijah Cook. Pressure shown, Harrell in motion. Elijah looking at Drew, has him, got it, touchdown Gladiators! From 20 yards away, Elijah finds Drew in the end zone. And South Allegheny on the board early on as the Gladiators strike first from 20 yards away. Drew Cook goes up and gets it. So South Allegheny right down the field, 8:53 remaining, or 8:58 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. 7-0 South Allegheny as Morabito drills it through. And the Gladiators, a dominating start here this afternoon right down the field. And the Gladiators get right on the scoreboard. 7-0 South Allegheny on a 68-yard drive. Two minutes, 55 seconds. Gladiators go the distance. Seven nothing South Allegheny. Drew Cook, 2 receptions, 23 yards and a touchdown. Elijah, 2 for 2. Both passes go to his brother as Morabito has it lined up with a 7-0 Gladiator advantage here in the opening quarter of play. 3 penalties on that opening drive, 2 on the Gladiators, 1 against the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. As Morabito drills it near side and watched out of bounds. Flag flies as Dyson Cooper, the freshman, lets it go. Going to be the 3rd penalty against the South Allegheny Gladiators already here in this opening half of play. So kick out of bounds, 8:58 remaining here, opening quarter of play. First drive of the game for Shady Side Academy. As they will take over first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Javon Johnston, 1,000-plus passing yards this year and 10 passing touchdowns, responsible for 15 total touchdowns this year. Sunraj Delfayette, the tailback right side, 3 receivers set as Delfayette blown up at the point of contact. As shooting the gap and slamming him down was the senior linebacker, Austin Shane. As Austin Shane sends him backwards, loss of 1 on first down. 8:38 rolling clock, 7-0 South Allegheny leads it. As Austin Shane introduced himself to Semraj Delfayette, Maddox Harvey, the normal starter, out with an injury. As Cam Mallory, the big tight end, lined up in the slot. Look at him to make a difference. An absolute men amongst boys out there for the Youngstown State commit. Read option, ball on the ground. Still loose, fumbled around, and the Gladiators jump on it. As South Allegheny comes away with it, and coming away with the football for South Allegheny, it's Tyrone Clater Jr., 3 Division I offers, and picks up the fumble recovery. As Tyrone Clater, Johnny on the spot. And South Allegheny will take over. 8:12 remaining in the opening half, and a 7-0 Gladiator advantage. From the Shady Side 25, Elijah Cook in the gun. Man in motion, Harrell. Cook looks the throw. Elijah fires it up and almost intercepted. Semraj Delfayette got a hand on it, knocked it away. Austin Shane, the intended target, with 8:07 remaining here in the first. As South Allegheny gets the first takeaway of the game. 3rd fumble, make it 4th fumble recovery of the season for the Gladiator defense. 2nd down and 10. As out comes the likes of Brown, in comes the freshman tight end Marcel Boxley. 2nd and 10, Cook one-on-one with Javon Johnston near side. Harrell goes in motion, Gamrot up the gut, cuts it back left side into a wall of Bulldogs. Nick Harden leads the charge as he'll get up to the 20-yard line inside, maybe down to the 24 for a 5-yard gain on 2nd down. Going to be 3rd down and manageable for the Gladiators after that run by Gamrot. Actually going to mark him down shy of the 15 at the 17-yard line, so make it an 8-yard gain. Again, said not the easiest vantage point to see where the ball is getting spotted here from Shady Side Academy at Michael J. Farrell Stadium. 3 receiver set. In motion, Harrell. Hand off, Shane right up the chute, and Shane powers goal line. Touchdown, Gladiators. Austin Shane from 17 yards away. And South Allegheny makes it a 2-score game. So Austin Shane into the end zone. Has a TFL as well. As Morabito on to attempt the extra point. Low snap, but Morabito, no doubt about it. 14-0. The Gladiators have the advantage. Austin Shane into the end zone. 7:20 remaining here in the opening half. A 25-yard drive by South Allegheny. That covers less than a minute. Or just over a minute, I should say. 108, 25 yards. 2nd touchdown of the game off the fumble recovery. Austin Shane runs it in from 17 yards away. As Austin Shane into the end zone, and South Allegheny, no hiccups so far. 14-0 lead for the South Allegheny Gladiators here on a Saturday afternoon. As the Gladiators rolling all over the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy. As back in transition, it's Dyson Cooper. Cooper keeps it alive, legs churning, chopped down as he's just up over the 20 to the 22-yard line. As he's able to lunge forward. Shady Side hoping drive two's better than drive one when a bobbled snap between Del Fayette and the quarterback Johnston. Put on the deck, recovered by Clater. 7-11 from the 22. Bulldogs with the ball, down by 14. Johnston in the gun. Caden Sullivan near side with the likes of B.J. Mallory. One receiver or trips up top. As empty set. Johnston throws across the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of his intended target, Caden Sullivan. The freshman would have been gone and saying bye-bye to the Gladiators. He had a step but had to slow up as the big tight end, Cam Mallory, his own man, would have blown him up if he didn't slow up half a step, and that saved a touchdown with a poorly timed route by the freshman and the senior. Crossing route almost took each other out and cost the Bulldogs their first score of the game, most likely. Johnston looks to throw again. Pressure coming. Out route off the hands of the other freshman wideout, Dyson Cooper. The 5'5", 150 freshman, too hot to handle. And it's quickly 3rd down and 10. Here with 7:01 remaining in the opening half of play, an opening quarter. At the half, B Graphics halftime interview with the Gladiators, Drew Cook. 1,000-point scorer on the hardwood. And also a district champion, state runner-up. Near side going to be B.J. Mallory, the big 6'1 sophomore, along with the freshman Caden Sullivan. Empty set again. 5 receivers amongst the formation. Javon Johnston swings it up top, incomplete. In the vicinity of the senior Nico Grimkowski. Also over there was the senior Marcus Berkeley, but a 3 and out. And just like that, Shady Side Academy will have to give it back to the Gladiators, down by 2 scores. 15 seconds. They cough up the football. Grimkowski on to punt. Gladiators 2 back deep to receive. Mentioned already 4 blocked punts this season for South Allegheny. Clater has it all. He comes off the edge. Grimkowski, low squibber, picked up on the roll. Drew Cook at the 49, left side, hits the edge. Cook will wander out of bounds unforced at the 38-yard line in drive number 3. SA looking to go 3 for 3 here this afternoon with a 14-0 advantage over Shady Side Academy. 6:46, opening quarter of play from the Shady Side Academy 38-yard line. Second time the Gladiators have started in the Shady Side Academy side of the field. SA spreading the love around here so far this afternoon. Elijah Cook in the gun as Drew near side. In motion goes Cole, gets the call up the gut. And Chance Cole going to be cut down shy of the 35 at the 36-yard line. Cam Mallory with some help from his middle linebacker in Berkeley. Come down to chop down the ball carry after a brief gain and a injured Bulldog down on the deck. Shady Side Academy has dealt with a plethora of injuries this year, and that's the Kenyon College commit Nick Harden. As they will tend to Nick Harden, we will step aside with 6:43 remaining in the first. It's a 14-0 Gladiator lead, and the Gladiators on the march once again right here on MVI Live.
Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
14-0 Gladiators lead. Again, stoppage in play for Nick Harden. the 5'10", 205 senior. Look for Malachi Ewo to step in, maybe trade Donovan Elijah McGinnis, that second wave, along with Barber in the middle. South Allegheny, after the injury and after the penalty on that play, was so focused on the injury, missed the penalty, stares down the barrel at 1st and 15 with 6.5 on the game clock. That's the 4th penalty against the Gladiators in this opening quarter. Harrell goes in motion. They pitch it out to him. Gets the edge, cuts upfield, and waiting in the wings there was James Estes Reed. So Estes Reed on the stop, forced back upfield by Cam Mallory, and it's going to be 2nd down and long for the South Allegheny Gladiators. A 1-yard gain there by the likes of Hakeem Harrell. 28 rushing yards on 3 carries for Harrell. Cook far side, Brown near side. One back look, sidecar left of Elijah Cook. Elijah brings Harrell in motion once again. Gamrot up the gut. Gamrot shaking forward, tracked down from behind, as that's Nico Grimkowski on the stop, as Joey Gamrot gets back ahead of the sticks, as he'll pick up a couple, give him about 6-7 on that run. So from 2nd and 14, ball moves inside the 35 to the 34. And it was a 7-yard run by Gamrot on his 2nd tote of the afternoon. Mason Hansen, the 6'3 sophomore, leads the troops to the line. Brown far side, Cook near side. One back look, Harrell in motion. Play action, Elijah up top and incomplete off the hands of Shane. Then almost intercepted by B.J. Mallory. As Brian almost got a piece, and Drew tapping his chest at his brother saying, "My bad." As it seemed to be some sort of miscommunication. It looks like the offense going to stay on 4th down and 6. And with that being the case, a little surprised maybe SA didn't try to get a chunk on the ground with either the likes of Gamrot or Shane, or even Harrell, trying to pick up half of that if you planned on going for it on 4th down instead of staring down the barrel of 4th and 6. See if SA can convert. Elijah, play action, double pump, has Drew got another touchdown, Gladiators. Drew times 2, as on 4th and 6, the Cooks connect for 34 and a score. So Drew Cook from Elijah. 3 for 3, every pass going, or 3 for 4 is Cook, with every completion going to his brother. 2nd touchdown of the game for Drew Cook, and Drew makes it 20-0 here in the first with 4:48 remaining. As Morabito, true once again. He's only missed 3 on the season, but he's perfect today. 21-0, South Allegheny. Drives of 68, 25, and now 38. Took 1:52 seconds. Or 58 seconds, and the Gladiators get in the end zone. 21-0, South Allegheny. Pure and utter domination on a Saturday afternoon. A little more precedent next week than originally thought for the Gladiators. They take on Apollo Ridge, who knocked off Steel Valley last evening. And I think a lot of surprise on that one with Steel Valley going down, but definitely helps SA's cause of getting back to the section championship reign for the first time ever since 1986. 21-0 Gladiators lead. Connor Morabito drives it as up over the head and off the hop. Perfect placement. Having to pick up is Dyson Cooper. He thought it was going to get into the end zone. It did not. And Shady Side Academy First drive went 2 plays. They fumbled it, recovered by Clater. Second drive was a 3 and out. Is the third time the charm. And of course, Shady Side Academy easily could have gone on the board on their last drive if it wasn't just a missed timing route. Mallory and the other freshman wideout, Caden Sullivan, almost a collision, which would have been a jarring hit taken by Sullivan by his own man. He had a slow down, otherwise he'd been off to the races. But Shady Side from their own 15-yard line with a 21-0 Gladiator advantage. Chad Barber, the senior, leads the troops to the line, and another flag flies. But before that, it will be a timeout called. Shady Side Academy. First timeout used by the Bulldogs. We'll step aside as well right here on MVI Live.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best.
21-0, going to be a quick contest here tonight, or this afternoon. Barring a miraculous turnaround by the Bulldogs, who stare at 1st and 10 from their own 15, down 21. Lundell Robinson, sidecar right. Bobbled snap on the ground. Johnston jumps on it. Tyrone Clater off the edge, forcing him just to leap on it as he goes backwards on 1st down. It's been miscue after miscue, issue after issue, all afternoon long. And the number 1 team in 2A taking advantage at every opportunity. 2 receiving touchdowns by Cook, 1 rushing by Shane. Shane and Jeffcoat man the middle here. Johnston from his own 4, pitch out right side, blown up. Ball on the ground, Tyrone Clater absolutely punishing as South Allegheny sends the Bulldogs backwards. The freshman showing why. Not 1, not 2, but 3 D1 offers. With hits like that, Tyrone Clater, who has offers from Western Michigan, Akron, and Sacramento State, makes it 3rd down and long. One of the most punishing hits you're going to see this season. Lundell Robinson, the recipient of that one. 3:18 rolling clock. Shadow of his own end zone. Johnston looks to throw. It's the big tight end. Cam Mallory keeps the legs churning. Breaking tackles. Mallory back to the 10. Works forward over the 10 on 3rd and 21. So 4th down and 15, another 3 and out. Grimkowski just gets it away with Clater pressuring. Brown reverses field. Here comes Brown from the 40. As Brown gets the edge, going to be knocked out of bounds. As coming up, chomping at the legs, is the freshman Caden Sullivan. And South Allegheny looking to make it easy enough for me to say a 4-score first.
Bring up 1st and 10 for the Gladiators at the Bulldog 38 with 2:16 left in the 1st quarter.
4th drive, 3rd starting in Shady Side Real Estate. Chance to make it 28-0. for South Allegheny. Just 30 minutes old into this game, still in the opening quarter. Elijah sends Harrell in motion, gives it to Gamrett. Gamrett cuts it right side. Joey Gamrett towards the lead stick before he's tripped up in the second level by Grimkowski, with some help on the play from Darius Gainey. But that's going to be a pickup of about 10 and a new set of downs as Joey Gamrett gets the line to gain. So Gamrett gets the first down and 10 South Allegheny. 1:45 rolling first quarter clock. 21-0 Gladiators lead. Brown left side, Cook near side. Drew's found 2 paydays today. One from 20, one from 34. Elijah looks to throw again, has Brown. Couldn't get his head around in time. Perfect ball, looked the wrong way. Did the senior Kymere Brown, as Brown kind of tucked in right instead of looking over his shoulder left, and that adjustment kind of threw Kymere Brown off his angle, and the opportunity of his first touchdown of the game would have been his 4th receiving touchdown of the season. Elijah, touchdowns number 14 and 15 through the air this year. 10 of them have gone to his brother Drew, who has 11 total on the season. 1 came on the ground. So South Allegheny staring down 2nd and 10. There goes Harrell in motion, but they go to Gamrett. As Gamrett up the gut. Tough running again by Gamrett as he's out inside the 25-yard line, down to around the 20, stopped at the 21. Going to be a 7-yard gain by Gamrett. Third and 2. On what could be the penultimate play, and most likely was the penultimate play of the opening quarter. Again, a reminder for you at the half, it will be Drew Cook with our B Graphics halftime interview. Barring an incompletion, looking at possibly the final play here. As Elijah to Gamrett. Gamrett cuts it upfield. It's going to be tracked down in the second level as he gets down to the 15-yard line for a 6-yard scamper to end quarter number 1, unless SA decides to hurry here. There is 34 on the game, 36 on the play. SA does not need to run a play, but they are more than welcome to do just that with a 21-0 lead, and they will break the huddle and look to do so. 1st and 10 from the 14. As Cook into the flat, there goes Harrell. And Harrell upended at the 9. On the far side, gain of 5. So SA, a dominating start. 21-0. We've played 1. Gladiators out in front in a big way right here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
21-0 Gladiators, knocking on the door of yet another score with a 21-0 lead here on MVI Live. 21-0 Gladiators over the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy. Cook across the middle. One play, all they need. Austin Shane into the end zone once again. First play of the quarter, Austin Shane, his 2nd touchdown of the game. As South Allegheny punches it in. First play of the quarter, 5 seconds in. As Morabito has it blocked. As off the edge, getting a piece of that one, the freshman Caden Sullivan. So 27-0 South Allegheny leads. And South Allegheny a 27-0 advantage. Ten-yard pitch and catch, Cook to Shane. Third passing touchdown today by Elijah Cook. 27-0 again, road ahead. Apollo Ridge. SA not looking ahead to that one so far. May get to see a number of the Gladiator reserves here today, but and we've mentioned all that SA's done. There's no Kai Myers, one of the slots on this Gladiator offense, who has over 100 total yards and 4 touchdowns through the air and on the ground, as that one will trickle out of bounds. Another penalty against the South Allegheny Gladiators. 5th penalty of the game on the Gladiators. And it's going to be first down and 10 on the kick out of bounds for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. So Bulldogs looking to get back right, trying to figure something out. An offense averaging 24.4 points per game. They scored just 6 last week, and they've been shut out so far tonight. So ball on the Bulldog 35. Three touchdown passes by Elijah Cook, two to his brother, 1 to Shane. As Austin has a pair of touchdowns today, Johnston looks to throw, and that one deflected. Drew Cook goes diving in, and a late hit by the freshman Clater, along with Bryce Guest in the backfield. So one of those two going to get hit with a penalty here, it looks like, against South Allegheny. And actually, that would have been the linebacker, Derek Pace. So Derek Pace gets the penalty. And again, SA, costly penalties. First down of the game for the Bulldogs off the penalty. And the ball moves to the midfield stripe. 11:40 rolling clock. 5 receiver spread amongst the formation. A lot of big bodies in the 2 Mallorys along with Grimkowski. Very athletic and shifty, tries to escape, but the pressure tenacious. Escaping is Johnston. Johnston breaks a tackle in the backfield and eventually forced out of bounds on the near side. Peyton Ashmeller finishes off Johnston. Forcing him was Cash Pistilli. And it's going to be second down and long. 11:18 rolling clock here in the second. 27-0 Gladiator advantage. Cooper and Grimkowski far side. Mallory tight end left. BJ Mallory near side. Johnston alone. Empty set once again. Pressure shown by SA. They will back out. Off the edge. Pace coming. Thrown up. Hauled in at the far side. 40. Cook knocks him down as it's grabbed by the freshman Dyson Cooper. His 12th reception of the season. And the second, well, that's going to be close, but not enough for a first down yet, as Dyson Cooper about 2 yards, make it 3 shy of the line to gain. So 3rd and 4 officially going to be the spot. After the Cook tackle, ball came out at the end of the play but was blown dead. Mallory and Sullivan far side. Grimkowski and Cooper near side. Tight end Marcus Berkeley near side as well. Johnston, hard count, early jump. Was it Berkeley or was it the line? All three down linemen, Ashmiller, Guest, and Pistilli got going, but Berkeley did as well. And it's going to be a foul against the Gladiators as South Allegheny. Penalty number 7, 7-1. And another first down. So ball inside the 40 to the Gladiator 38. 10 minutes on the clock here in the second. 27-0 SA leads. Empty set again. No starting tailback. Maddox Harvey, the freshman, again dealing with an injury for Shady Side Academy. Bulldogs down by 27. Johnston gets the snap, looks to throw, double clutch, pressure off the edge, hit as he throws. As off the edge on the far side, it's Derek Pace forcing the incompletion. Second down and 10 as the junior linebacker makes his presence felt. After the incompletion, second down and 10. 27-0. Gladiators leading the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy here on a gorgeous October Saturday afternoon. 80 degrees and sunny here in the first Saturday of October. And I'm not complaining. Johnston, empty set once again, looks to throw, quick out route into the flat. Max Jeffcoat on the tackle immediately after it was hauled in by the freshman Caden Sullivan. First reception for the freshman Sullivan. Ball shy of the 30 at the 33-yard line. And it's going to be third down and about 5 for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. 9:33, clock stop for the time being. As empty formation again. B.J. Mallory up top with Sullivan. Trips at the bottom. All the way at the bottom is Grimkowski. Pressure off the edge in the direction of Cooper and incomplete. Nowhere close to the 5'5 freshman Dyson Cooper. 9:27. Opening half action. And Shady Side Academy down 27-0 with the ball at the 33. Stares down the barrel, 4th and 5, and they will decide to punt it away on the South Allegheny side of the field. It's snapped to an upman. Cam Mallory off the fake. Mallory left side. Touchdown Bulldogs. Fake punt to perfection. Cam Mallory rumbling and bumbling into the end zone from 33 yards away. And Cam Mallory finally gets the Bulldogs on the board. 5th touchdown of the season for Cam Mallory. 27-6, Logan Parker, the place kicker, will not come out. Instead, it's going to be a 2-point try. Johnston in the gun. Delfay at left side. Off the fake punt, the Bulldogs get on the board. Johnston takes the snap, runs it left side, end zone, and 2 more. And it's 8 for Shady Side as the Bulldogs answer back, making it a 19-point affair. 65-yard drive for Shady Side Academy. .328 off the clock on that drive. Bulldogs add 8 to their ledger. First 8 of the game for Shady Side Academy. SA 4 for 4 on drives, looking to make it 5 for 5. A fake punt though, Cam Mallory rumbles down the left side of the field and into the end zone. Cam Mallory committed to Youngstown State, and he was the starting quarterback last year for Shady Side Academy. Shady Side Academy last year 2-8, 1-5. Last playoff appearance for the Bulldogs 2023 when they lost to Beaver 42-7. They made the semis in 22 when they lost to Avonworth. Has one district title. Upman Pace up the chute. And Derek Pace gets his way over the 40-yard line. Del Fayette on the stop for the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy. As South Allegheny will start the party once again with the offense. So ball marked at the 43. Only the second time the Gladiators have started on their own end of the field. 9-10. Opening half action. SA in the gun. Drew Cook far side with Chance Cole. Twin receivers at the bottom. Elijah in the gun. Handoff Gamrot right side. No room to run, but gets the edge. And Gamrot gets loose. First down and more inside the 40. Forced down at the 35. As tracking him down was Cam Mallory. "21 yards on the run. First and 10, Cook in the gun. Drew Cook, or Elijah gets the snap. Hakeem Harrell. Harrell left side. Harrell into space, breaks a tackle. Touchdown Gladiators. And one more from 36 away. Hakeem Harrell wastes no time. 36-yard run by Harrell. And the offense on all cylinders today. And just like that, Gladiators back on the board. Fourth touch and now a touchdown by Harrell. 33-8, Gladiators lead here in the opening half with 8:22 remaining. 48-second drive. Covers 57 yards as Morabito puts it up and puts it through. 34-8 Gladiators increase the lead. After the Mallory fake punt, it takes SA 48 seconds. 21-yard run by Cameron. 36-yard run by Harrell. And South Allegheny has broken it open to a 34-8 advantage here in half number one with 8:22 remaining. Offense aplenty. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns for the Gladiators. Next week, back in action Friday night, Mars and McKeesport. As McKeesport almost upset by West Mifflin last night. Keemon Spell scoring late to get the McKeesport Tigers the victory. Armand Hill, the West Virginia commit, had a huge day as well for the West Mifflin Titans. And we'll see McKeesport on Friday. Charleroi Yacht, we'll get to see the finish of the first matchup and then round 2 between the Cougars and Cougars up on Cougar Mountain. And then we'll finish or have some Thursday night hockey, a pair of games from the Ice Castle as near side spun down Cooper. As getting there is Derek Pace. Ball will be marked at the 15-yard line. Shady Side Academy got some help via SA penalties on their last drive. Picked up some first downs, and then a fake punt got Cam Mallory into the end zone. 8:16, opening half action. 34-8 Gladiators lead. So Shady Side Academy looking to go back-to-back drives with strikes. Heavy set, twin tight end look, everyone in tight. As in the gun, that's Johnston. Johnston looks to throw. Pressure picked up. Incomplete. Was looking for his sophomore, B.J. Mallory. Yet to haul in a ball today with 8:12 remaining in the opening half. 34-8 Gladiator lead. SA looking for a stop and score. It still would not put the mercy rule into effect due to the missed PAT and the 2-point conversion. And that would be to start half number 2. We're still 8-12 away from that. Johnson in the gun. Samaj Delfayette left side flanking. As pressure shown up front. As handoff and met in the backfield is Delfayette. It's Max Jeffcoat, the junior. His 10th TFL of the season. And backwards go the Bulldogs once again. Tenacious Gladiator defense once more. 39 TFLs entering play this season. They've added at least 4 or 5 in this game. Clater, Shane, Pace, along with Guest, and now the likes of Jeffcoat. Snap, not coming. The clap came by Johnston. Trey Donovan went into his shuffle, and backwards go the Bulldogs. Second penalty against Shady Side Academy here on this Saturday afternoon. The only thing good for Shady Side Academy besides that fake punt is this beautiful weather and campus we are on here today. It's been bad from the get-go. Gladiators took the opening drive 68 yards in 3 minutes. Elijah found his brother Drew for a quick 6. Grimkowski near side with Cooper. As Johnston standing in his own end zone. 3rd down and 20. Johnson looks to throw. Pressure coming. Escapes out of the pocket. Shane there. Hauled down. Is it a safety? No. He's knocked down at the 1-inch line. Austin Shane. Through the contact into the backfield, and Austin Shane with the sack. So loss of 14 on the drive. 6:20 rolling clock. Grimkowski standing on the end line. Has to be careful. SA dangerous. As Grimkowski will step up, boot it away. It's going to go about 10 yards. Depending on the roll, gets a little better and gets out of bounds around the 20, or make it the 31-yard line. Had to get it away quickly and did just that, but SA another short field. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. Looking to go 6 for 6 with 6:05 remaining. Opening half, South Allegheny. Led to the line by their center, Mason Hansen, the sophomore. Cook far side. Gamrich directing traffic. Elijah in the gun. In motion, Harrell. Elijah looks to throw across the middle. Hauled in. Drew Cook sidesteps one on his way to the end zone. The hat trick for Drew Cook. Give him 6 more. As one play's all they need. One play, 30 yards and a score. Elijah to Drew. And Elijah Cook, another touchdown pass. This time from 30 yards out. Drew Cook, 4 receptions, 3 touchdowns. Almost 100 yards as well for Drew Cook in the process. 40-8, make it 41. As Morabito does not miss. 30 yards. 8 seconds. And Drew Cook on the board again. 41-8, Gladiators lead. As Shady Side Academy on the board thanks to a fake punt. And that's all. South Allegheny will get their 7th win in a row to start the season. First time in school history the Gladiators will be a perfect 7-0. Morabito has the ball teed up as he gets set to send it back away to the likes of Dyson Cooper standing at the near side 10. Penalties heavily in favor of the Bulldogs. 7-2 in this game. Scoreboard 41-8 though in favor of the Gladiators at the 10. Here comes Cooper. Cooper sidesteps one, tries to double back unsuccessfulully. In the process, he's knocked down to the deck by the Gladiators' Austin Shane. 5:51 remaining here in the opening half of play. Shady Side Academy with the ball once again. .21 in the first, 20 in the second. 41 in the game for the South Allegheny Gladiators. Mallory near side with the likes of Sullivan. Trips up top. Johnston alone in the gun. Empty set as Javon Johnson. Check that new quarterback in and almost intercepted. Sam Kamen checking in and firing one incomplete and almost intercepted with the new gunslinger Kamen on the season. After that incompletion is now 2 for 4 for 49 yards. No touchdowns. Javon Johnston's had no room to work, and on that last play, we saw Johnston go hard down to the deck. McGinnis, Kitchen, Barber, Andrew Williams, the Grinnell commit, and Trey Donovan have had a tough day in the office. As there was flags on both teams on that play. Redo first down, maybe. Or actually, nope, gonna mark one off against the Gladiators. It looks for about 5 yards. As the officials will conclave with some confusion and a 41-8 lead. 5:46 remaining here in the opening half. Five-yard penalty was against the Gladiators. Sam Kamen, the 5'11 senior, replacing the 5'9 sophomore. They're just trying to get some sort of spark here. The offense has been stagnant. The only reason they've got 8 on the board is due to the fact that this Gladiator squad was very undisciplined on a drive as Cam Mallory hauls it in and eventually wrestled down by Clater after a pickup of about 3 for the big 6'4 senior Mallory, but in a fake punt. Otherwise, offense has been abysmal today. 41-8, Gladiators on top after Cam Mallory's short gain on first down. 2nd down and 4. Empty set, Sam Kamen, the senior, in the gun. 5 receivers spread amongst the formation. Chad Barber sends it back as Kamen steps up, floats one for the freshman, and Sullivan got a hand on it. And Sullivan just unable to haul that one in. Sullivan's had 2 good looks, just unable to get either. 41-8, 3rd down and 4 now. Kamen, pressure shown, it comes up the gut. Quick hitter near side, Sullivan needed 4, got just that. Forced out of bounds on the near side by Kymere Brown, the 5'10 senior safety. As actually going to say he was about a half yard short of the line to gain, so South Allegheny able to force a 4th down and 1 with 4:54 remaining here in the opening half. 4th down length of the football. Looks like the offense will stay. Gladiators have got a great push all afternoon. Kamen empty set on 4th and an inch. Pressure shown. Kamen looks to throw, fires it up, and it's going to be Intercepted almost, as that one was intended for Berkeley. Marcus Berkeley almost had it, then it was almost picked off by Cook, and a turnover on downs at the 33. So SA takes over. Elijah Cook from the 33-yard line of Shady Side Academy. 6 drives, 6 touchdowns. And Shady Side wants a timeout. Penultimate timeout of the half for the Bulldogs. 41-8 your final score. We'll step aside as well right here on MVI Live.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
41-8, Gladiators in front with the football after the turnover on downs on 4th and 1. Near completion turned to a near interception, and SA does not matter. They have the football with a 41-8 lead. Elijah Cook. Him and Drew have been cooking all game. The brothers dominant. Pressure shown from the near side as Elijah all day fires a dart. Got another! Have yourself a day. The sophomore sensation hits from 33 yards. Elijah Cook finds his man, Kymere Brown. Flag does fly after the play. Looks like a taunt against the Gladiators. 9th penalty of the opening half for South Allegheny, if that is indeed the case. Five touchdowns against the for the Gladiator freshmen. So it will be a kickoff foul, and it's a 47-8 lead. Back-to-back one-play drives for South Allegheny. As Morabito drills it, 40-point advantage for South Allegheny here on a Saturday afternoon. 48-8. Six-second and an 8-second drive. So South Allegheny has got the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. They've scored 7 times. Their last 3 drives, 48, 8, and 6 seconds. Gladiators have put up 27 points this quarter. They have outscored the Bulldogs 27-8. Still 4:43 remaining, and South Allegheny still will have room to work. 4 receptions for Harrell, or rushes for Harrell, with a 36-yard touchdown, over 60 yards for Harrell. Drew Cook, 4 receptions, 3 touchdowns, over 80 yards. Elijah has thrown 5 touchdowns in the game. Shane Osaka, TFL, a rushing and receiving touchdown for Austin Shane. And Joey Gamrett hasn't been busy. Runs of 8, 7, 10, 7, and 16, or 6 and 21, excuse me. As from his own 35, Morabito will kick off after the penalty. Roll to the near side, picked up by an Upman. That's Fetzko. Fetzko puts his head down, upended at the 41-yard line by Marcel Boxley, the 5'11 freshman. 4:37 here in quarter number 2. Shady Side will start out at their own 41. Best starting field position today for the Bulldogs. Down by 40 in the first half with still 4:37 remaining. Grimkowski and Mallory near side. BJ Mallory up top. Sam Kamen stays in at quarterback, the senior here on homecoming. Kamen awaits the snap, gets it, drops back, pressure coming, fires it across the middle, incomplete. Looking at Cam Mallory, also Grimkowski in the vicinity. Joey Gamrett on the coverage with 4.5 on the game clock, 48-8 here in this Allegheny Conference matchup. Elijah Cook just one incompletion in this game. 6 for 7. Throws of 20, 34, 10, 30, and 33. 2nd and 10. Kamen swings it out. Del Fayette. Samaj breaks a tackle, gets to the second level, and tripped up by Cook out the 49-yard line of the Gladiators, as that's right at the line to gain first down, not via penalty or not via fake punt. So the offense will pick up a first down for the first time today. Again, not counting a penalty or a fake punt that resulted in the lone touchdown. 40-point Gladiator lead as Semraj Del Fayette able to get it on the little swing pass by Kamen and pick up 10. So Kamen, first play inside of SA Real Estate for the senior QB. As Kamen looks to throw, fires it up and incomplete. Put it right in between a pair, between Dyson Cooper and Grimkowski. Both were in the vicinity, and it was placed perfectly in between the senior and freshman wide receivers, setting up 2nd down and 10 with 3:46 remaining here in the half. It will be a second half Gladiator second string. Then Kai Myers, the normal backup quarterback, out today with an injury. SA going to bring in Issa Russell Acunian. Off the sideline as Kamen looks to throw. Quick out, BJ Mallory tracked down shy of the 40 by a host of Gladiators, a trio in the vicinity to knock down Mallory after his first reception of the game. Going to be about 3 yards shy of the line to gain here, so 3rd down and 3 with 3:28 rolling clock in the opening half. Shady Side does get the football to start half number 2. We will talk to Drew Cook at the half for South Allegheny. 3.5 rolling clock here. 3rd down and a long 3. Empty set for Sam Kamen, the senior, as he's been able to do what Johnston couldn't, and that's complete some passes. As Kamen deep drop, pressure up the gut, stands in there, finds Cooper, slips a tackle into the second level, and tripped down at the 25. So that's Dyson Cooper knifing his way deeper into Gladiator Real Estate. 2:56 rolling clock as time continues to dwindle down in the opening half. Gladiator defense looking to stiffen, but Sam Kamen connecting on multiple passes here on this drive. Offense has looked much better since Sam Kamen has come into this game for Shady Side Academy, but that does not take much with how this started for the majority of this opening half. So Kamen sits in the gun, 4 receiver, make it 5 wide set. Kamen looks to throw, quickly gets it out, and quickly finds his man, Del Fayette. And that's the big difference between Johnston and Kamen I've noticed since entering the game. It's 1-2 throw for Sam Kamen versus the likes of Johnston, who would try to kind of run around, buy some time. Kamen quickly releasing the football. So I wonder if the Gladiators going to press up on coverage a little bit here, since Sam Kamen a much quicker release than the sophomore Javon Johnston. Of Of course, they were a few years ago were led by standout quarterback Harris, who transferred out of Shady Side. Kamen looks to throw, quickly gets it out, almost intercepted, and it's hauled in off the deflection into the end zone. Grimkowski. It was almost picked off by Brown and a flex into the hands of Grimkowski, and he makes his way into the end zone. So came into Grimkowski. After Brown almost picked it off. It was a perfectly thrown ball right to Brown, but Grimkowski, the beneficiary. And Shady Side will go for two. Came in incomplete. So it stays 48-14. Put some laundry against South Allegheny. So we'll try times two once again. 1:37 remaining here in the opening half. A 3-minute drive. Kamen takes them 59 yards. And thanks to a drop pick by Brown, it results in a Grimkowski touchdown for the third time this season. First touchdown pass by the senior Sam Kamen here this year, as they'll get a try for two again to make it 48-16. Kamen will look to throw again. Steps up across the middle, broken up by Chance Cole. So the junior keeps it 48-14. So 48-14 after a 49-yard drive by the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. Second drive for Kamen. He made it look easy. 34-point lead for South Allegheny. So expect the Gladiators to come out and be aggressive with this 1:37 remaining. As you know, South Allegheny would love the running clock to start with half number two, and it's a 34-point lead. So Gladiators would need to get the running clock, or one more score of any variety to get the running clock going to start half number two. Shady Side Academy will get the football to start the second half as well. That blocked PAT, the difference right now between the mercy rule taking effect and not in the second half. Also, Brown not picking off that pass by Sam Kamen. His first touchdown of the season was almost his first interception. As hauled in, there goes Drew Cook. Drew right up the chute, and Drew Cook so shifty. Bounces to the outside, lost the football, and out on the near sideline. SA gets a break as Cook coughs it up, and South Allegheny takes over with 1:25 remaining. Opening half of play, 34-point Gladiator advantage. Ball will be placed at the 34. Eighth drive, first 7 have all resulted in at least 6. Cook far side, lone receiver. Elijah in the gun. Harrell goes in motion, hand off, Gamrot up the gut. Gamrot spins away, up to the second level, lunges forward to the 41. 7 yards by Gamrot. Fetzko comes up to finish him off. Second down and short, 1:06 remaining. Again, South Allegheny, 2 timeouts remaining, or make it all 3 for the Gladiators. Touchdown will get the running clock started in the second half if SA hurries. They're down to under a minute, so we'll see if South Allegheny does indeed try to force it down to the end zone. It is a 34-point lead. As flag flies, and it's going to go against Shady Side Academy. Just the third penalty of the game on the Bulldogs. 9-3 penalties in favor of Shady Side or South Allegheny, and that's something you don't want to be leading in. Clock down to 40 seconds. South Allegheny spreads it 3 wide, down to 35. Harrell in motion. Elijah looks to throw. Up top, Brown got it, but out of bounds. Incomplete. Second incompletion for Elijah Cook with 28.6 ticks of the clock remaining, as Elijah was looking for one more. First and 10, Gladiators back to the line. 4 receivers set for Elijah Cook. Ball on the 46. Gets the snap, looks to pass, has a man across the middle. It's his brother, and it's on time for the first down to Drew Cook. From the 46 to the 32. 12-yard pitch and catch. And a timeout called by South Allegheny. So Gladiators preserving clock. Make that a 21-yard, my math off there. Just a tad. So 21-yard pitch and catch between Elijah and Drew. Out of the timeout. First down and 10 from the 32. Brown far side. Along with the likes of Gamrich. Shane going to be in the backfield. Drew near side. 3 touchdowns by Drew Cook today. Elijah's thrown for 5. Elijah sends Harrell in motion, looks to pass again, pressure coming, steps up, and down goes Elijah Cook. Timeout South Allegheny, 15.8 remaining. As quickly getting into the backfield, Marcus Berkeley, the 5'10 senior linebacker. He was an all-conference defensive lineman a year ago for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. And South Allegheny wasted a lot of time on those first 3 plays of the drive. And that's why you're seeing this clock dwindle down to 15.8. So South Allegheny, you kind of look at that and say, hey, we maybe missed an opportunity with how slow we went to start. Second down, 14, 1 timeout remaining. Elijah, side out route. Drew Cook scampers out of bounds at the line to gain. As they give Drew 13. Looked like he had the first. They will not give, or they will indeed give Drew Cook the first down. So 14 yards on the reception by Drew Cook with 9.3 seconds remaining. First down and 10 for South Allegheny. Still 1 timeout remaining for the Gladiators. 9.3 on the play clock as South Allegheny again 34-point lead. And again, they want the mercy roll to start in half number 2. So SA trying to get that going here. 4 receiver set. Wonder if it's 3 shots towards the end zone. Elijah looks to pass. Flag flies. False start. Gladiators back up 5. 10th penalty against South Allegheny here in a sluggish opening half. That has seen Elijah and Drew Cook shine with this entire offense. Austin Shane, 2 touchdowns. Brown, a touchdown. Harrell has found the end zone. 5 touchdown passes by Elijah Cook from the 22. And stoppage here to reset the play clock. 1.3 ran off, and every second does indeed count. We've seen SA with a couple of quick hitters. Can they get another one here before the half? You wonder, do they even, if they get some of it don't score. Do you try a field goal with Morabito? Is yet to attempt one this year. They're thinking end zone, though. Elijah up top, nobody home. Closest man there, Javon Johnston, with 3.4 remaining. 3.4 remaining, Gladiators. One last look at the end zone. As this drive will stall out due to time, it's South Allegheny kind of put themselves in a bad situation on those first few plays with the clock running and dwindling down to almost nothing. So 3.4 remaining, last play of the half. Pressure comes, Elijah, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Brown, and time will expire. So Elijah has it dropped as back-to-back incompletions to end the half, and it'll be a 34-point South Allegheny lead at the half right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live, as we will step aside, come back, and it'll be your halftime interview with Drew Cook right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
halftime here on MVI Live. Football finally back, and we're with the South Allegheny Gladiators. Drew Cook here this afternoon. And, Drew, first off, appreciate you taking some time to come talk to me once again.
For sure. Thank you.
One last ride for you here at South Allegheny.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't seem all that long ago that we saw you as a freshman playing football at EF.
Right.
Didn't play as a sophomore, and then took the WPIAL by storm last year. So how has that transition been from taking a year off of football to becoming one of the best receivers in the state?
I mean, honestly, to be honest, I didn't really do anything for football. I think it's just basically it's in my blood. Like all my uncles all play football. Yeah, they're from Duquesne, so that's in my blood. Football is just in me.
So obviously, family runs deep with you. You said, them all playing football. How did that kind of impact your journey to decide to step back on the football field here at South Allegheny?
Well, my dad always pushed for me to play because that's what he did, but he never forced me to. But I just coming here Friday nights watching SA play. It just felt wrong me sitting in the stands. I had to be out here, so I just decided to come back out.
So obviously, this program has seen its ups, its downs from Old Glassport Memorial to this beautiful complex you guys are out now. But, Coach Hanson's taken over. The program started to go up in the right direction.
Right.
You didn't play as a sophomore, but as a junior. You broke records here at South Allegheny. You guys had a historic season. What was that turn like for you to get to be a part of kind of the resurgence of SA football?
I mean, it feels good knowing that I marked my name in the history books here and a historical season. That was the best season since 1977 or something like that. It was really a blessing because the players that I was around, we had great athletes on the team last year. And we always had athletes. It was just the mindset. And last year, their mindset was changed last year because after we got our first couple wins, and it just kept rolling after that.
So, obviously, winning, it's contagious. Baseball team.
For sure.
Now they're successful. You have guys that were on baseball and football. Basketball, obviously, you are a district champion for basketball. You guys made the state championship game for basketball. And for football, you guys are having all sorts of success. How has that winning culture helped carry over to this football team to kind of give you that belief system?
I mean, honestly, it's just the mindset. Like, once you get your first couple wins, you learn what it takes to win. So then you just keep doing it. I mean, when you got the guys that we have with the mindset and, everybody just buys in, you got to get them to buy in. And once everyone buys in, then that's when the wins build up. So
a record-breaking season for you and your quarterback last year,
yes,
all
sir.
in the same game
versus
Shady Side Academy, which was a fun game to watch you guys both go for a record in a single game. How do you top that incredible junior year here in your senior season?
It's definitely going to be tough to top because we got more weapons than we did last year. But my brother's a quarterback now. We got a great connection already. So, and I feel like I got much faster, more explosive. So them short routes I'm going to take to the house this year. So that should rack up my yards.
So for you, obviously, it was kind of such a dynamic duo since you stepped foot. You and Cam.
Right, yeah.
Well, Cam finally graduated here at SA.
That's hurt piece.
But how do you kind of take that role that Cam we always saw as such a great leader on this team? How do you kind of move into that greater leadership role in your senior season?
I mean, just watching him last year be the leader that he was, my first year playing coming back, so I was trying to step back a little bit, let him run the show because this is my first time back. But just watching him and learning from him and what he did, I just took what I learned from him and just using it now with this team.
So, when we first saw you as a freshman at EF, you stood out on the basketball court.
Yes, sir.
Then you came and did that your sophomore season here at South Allegheny. And junior year, you were a star at both. But obviously, I talked to you before last basketball season.
Yes,
originally, we saw you as a basketball guy. But obviously, now football kind of seems like the path at the next level for you.
Sir.
So how was that whole process becoming a kind of standout football recruit that a lot of people want to talk to?
Well, all my life, I was always pretty small, little skinny little guy. And I was very skilled in basketball, and I didn't see the success that I saw on the basketball court and the football field, so I kind of shied away from it. But now that I gotten bigger and caught up to the other people, my athleticism is higher than some people. So whenever I get on the field, I just got a lot better than what I used to be. So football really took charge in that.
So, one thing, I've got to watch you for 3 years now, and something that really was impressive last year that during that basketball run for me that I witnessed with you, I believe it was the game up at North Catholic it was the Charleroi game.
Okay.
You got hurt early on, right down on your wrist,
Yes, sir.
and I went back, watched about 6 times, and I didn't know how that didn't break.
Yeah.
And that was an incredible thing, but it was obviously a very uncomfortable situation for you.
Sure.
How do you have that mindset to be, hey, I'm not at 100% right now, but I can still go be one of the best players on the field, on the court, because that's what we saw you do last year. You went through what looked to be a pretty terrible injury, all your weight right down in your wrist, and you still went out and were one of the most successful players in every game you played in. How do you have that mindset to kind of work through maybe some of those tough things you have to deal with during a game that maybe put you into some discomfort?
Right, yeah. So earlier before the football season even started, I broke that. That was the same wrist that I broke. So, and whenever I fell down, it definitely hurt. But I had great mentors in my ear. My dad was in my ear. My teammates, Cam, was in my ear, just telling me that they needed me and they needed me to be who I was. So just that motivated me to go back out there and just be me.
So one thing that I always think's such a cool thing on the basketball floor that I get to witness you guys do, just because it's so up close that I'm about 3 feet from you when you guys are getting ready to start a game, but it's you guys all huddle up with your dad right before the basketball games, and then you go out. What's that experience like, having your dad go on this journey with you here at South Allegheny?
Man, it's been great. It's honestly been a blessing to have him in my life. But he's more of a motivational guy. He's not like X's and O guy. He's not like running the place. He's just there for like literally moral support, honestly, and like just motivating us to be great.
So Drew, whether it be here on the football field, on the basketball court, you got any kind of pregame routine, something you got to do, just get yourself in the right mindset before a game?
Obviously, I give a little prayer before I start, and definitely, just pray. That's what I say.
So, obviously, you're known pretty well around South Allegheny. You get to play with your brother now. We saw that a little bit on basketball last year. What's that experience been like, getting to have your little brother come up and play with you?
Man, it's a blessing to have my dad and my little brother on the staff. Well, my dad on the staff and my little brother on the team. It's just because we got the same blood. So he's just like how I am. He thinks just like me. So, and he's a great athlete. He's a great he has his mental. He's very mentally tough. So that's really good to have, especially for the quarterback position. So yeah, definitely he should be good this year for sure.
So obviously, you play for a lot more than just South Allegheny,
Yes, sir.
and this community seems like they've backed you guys a ton. So what has that support been like for you through all this? Because you're pretty, and your family pretty vocal about all that, and this community's just literally backed you up. So how's that been for you?
It's been crazy because it started back when the football team started. We started off like 4-0, and like the whole community came together. Our stadium was packed, and that football season was just historical in general. And then we came back for the basketball team and had that run. I just never seen a community come together so much. Like when we went to Hershey, everybody, like my dad likes to say, if you wanted to rob a house in Liberty Borough, go during the game, because nobody was in Liberty. Everybody was at Hershey. So it's just, we have a great community here, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the stands this year, for sure.
So, Drew, with you guys in general here at South Allegheny, again, we said you're known pretty well, but what is maybe something this community does not know about you?
This is one of the tougher questions. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that.
Pretty open book in the grand scheme.
Yes, sir.
Grand scheme of things. Drew Cook, after a fantastic junior season, looking to finish up with a bang here at South Allegheny.
For sure.
Drew, really appreciate your time here, and can't wait to see what you and the Gladiators do here in this upcoming season.
Of course.
This has been your halftime interview here on MVI Live, half number 2 with Drew Cook in South Allegheny. We come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Dominating for South Allegheny here so far as they lead 48-14. Time expired on the Gladiators trying to invoke the mercy rule to start the second half, and due to a blocked PAT and a dropped interception that went for 6, that's why we sit at a 48-14 game. Lucky for 14 for Shady Side Academy. It was a fake punt for 33 yards and what should have been an interception by Brown, which resulted in a Grimkowski 25-yard touchdown. South Allegheny scored on their first 7 drives, and we're knocking on the door on their 8th, but time did expire in that opening half. Elijah Cook, 9 for 13, 172 and 5 touchdowns. Drew, 6 for 122 and 3 touchdowns. Gamert has ran it 7 times for 66 yards. Harrell, 4 carries for 64 and a score. Also a 7-yard reception. Austin Shane, 2 carries for 25 yards and a touchdown, 1 reception for 10 yards, and Kymere Brown, a 33-yard touchdown reception. As South Allegheny, a 48-14 lead. Cam Mallory, a 33-yard fake punt touchdown run, and a came into Grimkowski 25-yard pitch and catch for the lone Shady Side offensive touchdown of the game. As it's 48-14 here at the break, extended half with homecoming. So things just taking a little more time here. But there's a quick recap where we at. Shady Side will get the football to start in half number 2 as we'll come back and have half number 2 here on MVI Live.
Direct Jewelers, Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
Back here halftime, and instead of letting you guys sit through a empty ad spot halftime, you got to hear from Drew Cook. Well, we'll let you hear our halftime interview from yesterday as well with Brendan Stroshine. So another interview coming up for you right down the road is South Allegheny and EF. So our interview with Brendan Stroshine will finish out our halftime coverage here on MVI Live. So that's coming up for you when we come back right here on MVI Live, your home for Mon Valley Athletics.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
Halftime here on MVI Live. It's our B Graphics halftime interview with Brendan Stroshine of the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. First off, Brendan, really appreciate you taking time to do this.
I appreciate it too.
So, Brendan, obviously, this is a Warrior program that has been quite successful, made quite a name for themselves, and it's been a ton of talent coming through this program, especially on the defensive side of the football. Seems like that's a spot you guys pride yourself.
Yes, sir.
And when we started this year, Coach DeMarco told me, hey, we had Charlie Melab, we had Chris Climbs, now it's Brendan Stroshine as the heart of this defense. Hearing that, what does that mean to you?
I mean, I just love it. I mean, having a coach that supports you like that, you can't beat it anywhere. I mean, you can't beat it.
So for you, you've went through your time so far here. You've seen success in this Warrior program. What are some of your favorite memories putting on that Warrior jersey?
Honestly, the favorite one right now is the South Fayette game this year. It was a fun game to be in. Crawled our way back from a big deficit. So you live for those games as a football player.
So obviously South Fayette, bigger classification, 5A school, very talented, led by Drew Welhorski at the helm. How much does that help getting to go against a Division I lacrosse player or quarterback, so very good athlete, and a very good 5A team, and say, hey, we're right there with them, and we were able to battle back and be there? How much confidence does that give you coming back down to the 3A slate?
It gives us a good experience going into the playoffs. If for some reason we're down big and going into half, we have that experience of coming from behind and pulling out the win. So obviously with that game we didn't necessarily win, but it was a good experience for us, and we learned a lot from that, and it prepares us for our conference schedule. So I like playing the tougher teams.
And obviously, 3A filled with great competition throughout the course of it every year. Obviously, we have the likes of Central Valley, who you guys maybe know all too well, not just from last year, but years prior here at EF. What would it mean to get over that hump here in this year and finally get back to the championship game?
That's always our goal, is to get over that hump from last year. It broke a lot of people's heart in that game for sure. I know it did mine. But, this year through off-season work, in-season, during the summer, even up to now, it's all preparation to get over that hump. So that's the next step we have to take as a team.
So how much does a game like that last year, a tough loss,
in the semifinals fuel you into this year saying, hey, let's not experience that again?
It's exactly like you said. It's let's not experience this again. Let's keep fighting, keep going, and get over that hump.
So for you guys, obviously a very talented group offensively and defensively, and it's kind of always retool pieces on the offense and defensive side of the ball. It's no rebuild here at EF. And, you know, when you have your cornerstone pieces like yourself, like Orion Messina, kind of as the two cornerstones coming back, how have you been able to step up into a personal leadership role, you know, with so much talent graduating over the last few seasons here at EF?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, myself, I always like to lead by example. Sometimes I've grown into being more of a vocal leader this year, but I'll just stick to what I do. I go out and give it my all every single play. You know, always have my brother's backs.
So for you, a little different on the offensive side of things. Obviously, you know, you're the tight end on this team along with playing linebacker, but on the offensive side of the ball, not necessarily a traditional tight end role. A lot of blocking for your quarterback when he takes off to run the football. So how much do you embrace that physicality on the offensive side, almost playing an extra O-lineman in that tight end H-back kind of position?
No, I embrace it fully. I love the position. You know, my dad, I can't even remember how long, but he's always been saying your hand's going to be in the dirt one day. He was a center in high school, so I embrace it. I learned a lot from our coaching staff about how to play the position and how to play it better. Learned a lot from the offensive line coach about blocking techniques and all that stuff. Obviously, the passing game incorporated with our offensive coordinator is just amazing. So, you know, I embrace the position fully, and, you know, I go out there and give it my all. That's about all I can really do with that. So.
Again, here with Brendan Stroshine, our B Graphics halftime interview on MVI Live. And, Brendan, you just mentioned, you know, you're working with so many different coaches on this squad because, you know, we're seeing you catch passes. We're seeing you block and, as you said, work with the offensive line coach and obviously working as the heart and soul of that defense, it seems like. You know, so how do you kind of manage all of that having to work in so many different aspects of this team? And to be honest, it's such a crucial part in every role you play.
Honestly, it's been instilled into me since I was a kid. My mom has always instilled good time management. So coming with a lot of these responsibilities, you have to have good time management to be able to work on all those skills and prepare yourself for those games. So I got to shout out my mom on that one.
So obviously you mentioned both your parents so far. So what have they meant to you in this journey so far?
Oh, I mean, they mean the world to me. You know, my dad's my hero. You know, I look up to him since I was a little kid. My mom, she's always helped me, been there for me, been my rock. So they've always been there to support me, so they mean the world to me.
So for you, obviously, everyone gets their start somewhere. For you, where did the start on this field come when you first started playing football?
Like when I first
how'd you start getting involved, and when did you really know this is something you wanted to fully embrace?
Honestly, from the first snap that I took back in fourth grade, you know, I just fell in love with the game from there, and it's been going well ever since, so no turning back now.
So obviously you've been very successful. It's always fun getting to watch you play on these Friday nights when I get to cover you guys. So what's the next step after you leave Elizabeth Forward? Kind of what's that plan after you're done here?
I mean, afterwards I want to go to a 4-year school afterwards and study either mechanical or aerospace engineering. So it's an interest of mine that has peaked recently, so looking forward to maybe pursuing something with that.
Any interest in continuing playing at the next level, or if it's, hey, it doesn't work with the academics, you know, football ends up taking a back seat possibly?
No, I mean, I would love the opportunity to play football in college. You know, I've had good conversations from all the divisions from D3 up to D1, FBS even. So, like, I would welcome the idea of playing it, but at the end of the day, I understand football isn't forever for everyone. So you got to have that backup plan in your back pocket for sure. But if I would be like, it would be a blessing to continue playing football in college.
So how has that process been for you, the recruiting process, just your experience going through it?
I mean, it's been going well. Like I said, I've had contact from all the divisions of them, from D3 up to D1. So, you know, gotta love the journey. You know, gotta love the hustle of it for sure.
So for you, I love to ask this question here when I get to interview Elizabeth Forward athletes. And it's a little different this year just due to all the construction that we have over there. But normally on a Friday night, the best entrance in all of WPIL football, in my opinion.
Hands down the best entrance.
Marching down a hill that is right over there, sirens roaring, smoke flying, and the war drums going. What is that like for you?
I mean, I love it. I get super fired up as soon as they start beating the drums. We come down there. We still do it a little bit.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not the entire hill, obviously, with the construction, but we go back right down there and come out with the fire trucks, the band, war drums pounding, everybody chanting. Like, it's the best environment, in my opinion.
And, I mean, how much do you think that, obviously, it gets your juices flowing? I mean, I know I'm standing up above on the top of the press box. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go run through a wall now. Sir. So, obviously, it gets you guys ready to go. But how much do you think that intimidates your opponents? Like, what are we experiencing? What did we just get ourselves into?
It's definitely an eye-opening for them, because they're realizing that they're going to have to play 4 quarters of football to beat us. Coach Marco has preached to us, you got to come in and smack them in the mouth first from the opening kickoff. So they know that they're going to get a tough opponent, so they're going to have to play 4 quarters.
So for you, obviously, you've been a staple on this team for quite some time. I'm sure very, very well known now around the area, around the community. But what's maybe something unique about you that most people wouldn't know or would be surprised to know about you?
That's a tough one right there. I guess what I want to do, I kind of want to go into the service, so I'm kind of interested in the military route. So with college, I'm mostly looking towards service academies. So I guess that's one thing that you could say that is unique about me, is I want to go to a service academy in college. So
Brendan, I really appreciate this. It's been a privilege to get to talk with you. Can't wait to see what you do, not just the rest of this season, but further on after that. It's been, again, a privilege to get to talk to you and get to know you a little more.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Brendan, thank you. Again, this has been Brendan Stroshine of the Elizabeth Forward Warriors with your B-Graphics halftime interview here on MVI Live. Brendan and the Warriors will continue against Derry and the Trojans when we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems. remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customize. Call today at 412-384-5300.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to monvalleyindependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com. Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
A halftime that felt like 6-7 hours finally has come to a close. 48-14. In all reality, I think we just went about 45 minutes. And South Allegheny was unable to convert on that final drive. They ran out of time, and that's why we will not start with the mercy rule here on homecoming. But Elijah Cook and Drew Cook, the Cook brothers, are cooking up here in Shady Side. 9 for 13, 172, 5 TDs, 6 passes to his brother for 122 and 3 of them. Gamrot 66 on the ground. Harrell 64 and a touchdown on the ground. Shane 2 carries and a touchdown, 1 reception and a score. And Kymir Brown with a 33-yard touchdown reception. 2 touchdowns for the Bulldogs. 1 of 25 came in to Grimkowski, who had it deflect off the hands of Brown. Should have been a pick, instead resulted in a touchdown. And then a fake punt 33-yard score for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. A missed extra point. It was actually blocked, is why it's not a 35-point lead. As second half finally underway. Again, when you can run 2 full halftime interviews, tells you how long halftime is. And a real big thank you to both Drew Cook and Brendan Stroshine. And again, did EF last night, had the Stroshine interview. Really close school district, so figured, hey, let's get them both out there. Instead of you listening to me kill time for 25 minutes. 11:53, third quarter. Feels like we're starting a new game. First down and 10. It is the senior Sam Kamen, who's led the lone offensive touchdown drive today. Mallory will check up with the near sideline judge. That's BJ Mallory. Big brother Cam in the slot. He sends Cam in motion after a disastrous start. It will be a false start. South Allegheny had 10 penalties in that opening half. That's just the 4th penalty of the game on Shady Side Academy. Seven drives, 7 scores. Half the only thing that stopped the Gladiator offense today. Russell Acunian showing pressure as Mallory in motion. Here comes Acunian as the handoff went left side, as trying to skitter free for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs was Cole Little. So Cole Little, no room to run. Second down and 20. As Little went backwards for 5. Kamen puts it in the belly of Little, right into a pile of Gladiators, and slammed down the senior nose, Bryce Guest. Third down and forever, 3 and out on the verge, as it's third down and 19 for a drive that started at the 35. Third and 19. Kamen brings the troops to the line. Cole Little, the back, flanking right side. 3 receivers set here for the Bulldogs. As Kamen has pressure off the edge. Shane forces a quick throw. It's intercepted. Here comes Cook in transition and into the end zone. It's a house call for Drew Cook. And run that clock. 54-14. Pick 6 on 3rd and 19. Drew Cook adds one more for the Gladiators. So Drew Cook, the pick 6 in South Allegheny, back on the board. It did not take long, 41 yards. Drew Cook with the pick 6 for South Allegheny. As Morabito on to attempt the PAT and drives it home. So SA adds 55-14. The Gladiators get back on the board, and it takes no time at all. A flag, some negative plays, and a pick 6 by Drew Cook, adding to his stellar day. 4 touchdowns for Drew Cook in this ball game, as the South Allegheny senior standing out today. Big game for little brother Elijah, and Drew showing off as well. 122 receiving yards, 4 total touchdowns. So offense doesn't even have to take the field for the Gladiators for them to add to their total. Morabito squib kick near side, falling on at the near side 25. That's Fetzko. So 1st and 10, Shady Side Academy. As I said, that clock going to tick, tick, tick away, or at least it's supposed to be. (10-17) rolling clock here. Ball lies on the Bulldog 25-yard line. Bulldogs break the huddle. 55-14, the Gladiators in front, in command. And it seems to be some sort of housekeeping confusion. The officials having a word on the far side with the South Allegheny Gladiators, Hakeem Harrell, and the wide receiver over there in the form of Grimkowski. So more confusion, more talking. 10:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Clock has come to a standstill. Now Chance Cole and B.J. Maller, I think, the issue. There is an official on the near sideline, on the SA sideline. And, I found the culprit. It was not a stoppage to talk to the two wide receiver DB duo that they were jarring. The chains are tangled up. We've had everything here today to slow things down. Long halftime, but hey, now we get Renegade with 10:07 remaining in the third. 55-14. Hey, also, if you're looking for more action next week, just trying to keep you entertained here while we fix the chain links. We will have a game starting on Tuesday. It'll be our first game of the week, and it will be a game in about a third of a game, not even a half, maybe a game and a fourth. Charleroi and York first meeting, it got postponed due to some fan behavior in the stands. That's a 1-0 York Cougar advantage. So they'll start that game. I think there's about 5 minutes left in it, 10 minutes or so left in it. Not 100% sure. Haven't started prepping for that game yet, but we'll have the conclusion of that one. And then that will be around 6 o'clock, and then 30 minutes after, it will be the conclusion or the complete second meeting between York and Charleroi. Then off Wednesday, as you heard, if you were watching some of the ads before the interviews, I'll have youth group, two of my youth group kids off to my right, dragging them along for some Saturday afternoon football here. And then on Thursday, twin bill from the Ice Castle, TJ Upper St. Clair first-round playoff rematch, where Upper St. Clair ousted TJ 5-4. Then Bethel Park will take on Baldwin in the conclusion of the doubleheader before we hit Friday night lights. We'll have our B-Graphics halftime interview with the number one player in the state, number one running back in the country, Keemon Spell. So make sure you stay tuned for that, as Keemon put on a show yesterday. Mars will take on McKeesport in what will be a battle most likely for the section. Chains finally detangled. Back to football. 10 on the clock. Rolling clock. As into the pocket, Cole Little goes down. First contact, Max Jeffcoat. As Jeffcoat jams Little down to the deck, another negative play. Elijah Cook. Big game. A lot of it with his brother Drew, who has 4 touchdowns today. Elijah's thrown for 5. Now stoppage as the stretcher is in the end zone. Hey Zach, can we get some video on the stretcher? Zach running camera for me. Former Bell Vernon football player, current Bell Vernon golfer. Running camera, and we got the big track behind the field, but hey, let's roll it right through the end zone. Actually, due to, it looks like they're trying to bring it over to the near sideline. Didn't see what is going on, so we're going to keep playing. As out into the flat left side, not much room to run for Berkeley. Don't think it'd be the easiest way to roll a gurney or stretcher across the field would be in the turf. And I know you're trying to be as efficient as possible, bringing it over here to the near sideline, but kind of figure you would have either shot right across the field because it's right in front of us, or worked on the track or something. As quick hitter across the middle. That's B.J. Mallory going to be short of the first down on third down and long again. Whatever, that's needed for. Hopefully nothing serious. They don't seem to be too urgently moving. So again, hopefully it is nothing serious, nothing major, as we've kept the game going here with 8 minutes remaining. It's going to be fourth down and a long 3, maybe 4.5. As Grimkowski on the punt. We've already seen one fake. Whistle blows as flag comes flying. If it's against the Gladiators, it's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy. And it will indeed. So Shady Side Academy picks up a first down off the Gladiator penalty. That's going to be the one thing, if you are Coach Hansen, you got to be absolutely livid with. .55-14, clock starts running again. Hard snap came in trying to get the Gladiators to jump. Instead, it's Elijah McGinnis, the senior, who jumps on the play, the 6'4" left tackle. An early head start, and backing up goes Shady Side Academy with their 5th penalty of the game. So first down and 15, 6:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Kamen gets the snap. He'll look to pass. Pressure off the edge. Fires it up. Hauled in by Cam Mallory. As Mallory knocked down by Drew Cook on the near side. And Drew a little slow to get back to his feet as Mallory just shy of the 45 to the 44-yard line. Second down, 3 to go. 5:52 rolling clock here in the third. Kamen in the gun. Got the first down last time via the Gladiator penalty. As Kamen will look to pass again. Kamen pressure, flush down, and down he goes maybe as he's finished off and a flag comes in. Pace first contact. Clater finished off, and that's what drew the flag. And the SA faithful not a fan. Kamen was staying up, and Clater came in and blew him up. Now they'll tend to an injured Kamen with 5:34 remaining here in the third quarter. Kamen down. We'll take a break as they tend to him right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Looked like Kamen was being treated for a cramp as he was able to walk off under his own power. That means for the first time since the first half, Javon Johnston, the 5'9" sophomore who struggled here today, will be back in under center. First time he'll have Cole Little flanking him to his left. 3 receiver set, tight end right side, and Marcus Berkeley Jr. Play action. Johnston designed quarterback run. Up the gut and into the waning arms of the defensive second level in Isa Russell Acunian, the 6'1", 185 sophomore. Short gain, give him 3 on first down, 2nd and 7. Even with the running clock, it has been a slow-moving second half. And Weiser Painting Company player of the game at the conclusion of this one on MVI Live. B.J. Mallory near side, twin receivers up top, Little the back, sidecar left of Javon Johnson. Next week, it's Apollo Ridge for the Gladiators as Little blown up. Once again, Austin Shane at the point of attack for the Gladiators. Shady Side Academy, they'll take on next week. Forgot to write that on my spotter board. Thought I had it right in front of me. So next week they will take on Seton LaSalle in a non-conference game. As more laundry was on the field, 4:19 remaining here in quarter number 3. Officials conclave. Offsetting penalties, going to stay 3rd down. So 1 on the Gladiators, 1 on the Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy. And it's going to be 3rd down, 7 to go with 4:19 here in the 3rd frame. Pistol look. Now going to be switched up. H-back or tight end right, Berkeley Jr. In the backfield, flanking left side of Johnson is Cole Little. As Johnson looks to throw. Johnston, pressure comes, and down he goes off the edge and into the backfield. It's the junior, Derek Pace, right around the left side. And the Grinnell commit, Andrew Williams, comes up a little hobbled. As on comes the punting unit here for the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. Fourth down and 12. Shady Side will punt it away. Haven't seen the SA offense yet this quarter, but they do have 7 points off a Drew Cook pick 6. Grimkowski, it's blocked! Back the other way! Gamrett got it! Touchdown Gladiators! Derek Pace the block! And Gamrett the return! Derek Pace the block. Gamrett returns it with 3:06 remaining. South Allegheny, 61 points, 14. For the Bulldogs, as SA has added yet another. Defense, special teams, offense, they've done it all. Unstoppable force this afternoon is South Allegheny. Morabito on to attempt the extra point. 3:06 remaining in the 3rd. As Morabito puts it up, puts it in, 62-14. South Allegheny back on the board. So South Allegheny taking care of business today in the second half. Their defense has done the job. Blocked punt as well. South Allegheny, that is their 5th blocked punt of the season for the Gladiators. So Morabito gets set to put it back away. South Allegheny first 7-0 start in school history. Looking to go back-to-back seasons with playoff wins after a 1-9 season 2 years ago. Lost their last 9 games. Last year, South Allegheny got back in the playoffs with a victory for the first time since 2020. As Cooper off the hop, up over the 25, cuts left side 30, tries to bounce outside, and gobbled up on the return by Kymere Brown. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Shady Side Academy as the Bulldogs' offense has been abysmal this half. From the 27. As right up the gut, Javon Johnston won't get away. First contact is Boxley. Finished off by Jeffcoat as Javon Johnston met immediately. 2:10 rolling clock. Second down, 11 to go with 1:53 rolling clock here. Johnston in the gun. As Johnston gets the snap, he'll look to pass again. Fires it across the middle, deflected. Marcel Boxley was intended in the vicinity of Cam Mallory. As just out of the reach of the former gunslinger for the Bulldogs, Cameron Mallory. As incomplete with the 1:23 remaining here in the third. And the SA offense is yet to see the field here in this quarter, but they've put up 14 points. 62-14 your score right now. One minute even on the clock, 3rd and 11. Johnston in the gun, Little the back right side as Johnston looks to throw. Steps up, fires one up top, a wobbler, incomplete. Flag comes in from the second level. Jamal Glenn, the sophomore, in coverage. Thirteen fouls against the Warriors. One final play here in the third. Little the back, flanking right side of Johnston. 62-14 your score. SA out in front. Little off the sweep and able to break a tackle in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage as knocking him down initially was Russell Acunian. And that will do it for quarter number 3. Gladiators at 14, a pick 6, and a special teams score. Has the Gladiators up 62-14 after 3 here on MVI Live.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle. Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse.
(62-14). Gladiators lead the Bulldogs here on MVI Live. As clock starting, final quarter underway as the final chapter of this blowout will be scripted, but the end is clear as crystal. As Johnston runs it left side into a waiting wall of South Allegheny Gladiators. As SA, a plethora of players on the stop, including Tally Stinson, the freshman defensive lineman, coming up to help charge in the stop for the Gladiators. As it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Coach Hansen, all the reserves in right now, for the most part. Road statement win here for South Allegheny. No surprises, though. From start to finish, it's been clean besides the penalties. The Gladiators have been good here this afternoon, as they've been all season, as Marcel Boxley into the backfield. The backup middle linebacker introduces himself to Johnston. And South Allegheny will take back over as the offense maybe will get on the field for the first time today for the South Allegheny Gladiators in half number 2. Back deep to receive for South Allegheny. That's Gary Cromartie, the junior. As fake punt, Grimkowski incomplete. As Grimkowski look near side. So South Allegheny takes over, 10:02 here in the 4th quarter. Gladiators will take over on the Shady Side, 41. So second string offense for South Allegheny. Elijah Cook will stay in there, and Kai Myers, the backup quarterback, out today with an injury. So Cook going to stay in I formation. Jeff Code in the middle. Cook turns around, hands it off, as there's Derek Pace with his first carry of the contest. As down before the ball popped out, the 5'9 junior Derek Pace getting his number called. So Derek Pace, short gain on first down. They gave him 5. As South Allegheny, if they play their cards right, can take this drive almost to completion and the conclusion here of this ball game. Caleb Davis, the freshman, lines up far side, near side receiver for the Gladiators. That is Gary Cromartie. I formation, Pace dotting, fumbled football on the ground, and Cook get back on it. As it looks like Elijah Cook did fall back on the football. 1 yard loss, 3rd down and 6 with 8:20 remaining here in the 4th. Clock dwindles down inside of 8 minutes. Davis far side, Cromartie near side, I formation again for SA. Cook gets the snap, pitch out, there goes Pace. Derek Pace to the edge, going to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe one more past that, as charging up is Darius Gainey on the stop with some help from Nick Harden. Fourth down, 3 to go. Offense looks like it's going to stay put on the field. (62-14), 7:18 rolling clock. 4th and 3 from the eye. Hand off. Jeff Coat breaks one off his own man, and Jeff Coat going to get to the line to gain, and then a few more as he's knocked down by Cole Little in the second level with some help from Javon Johnston. So South Allegheny on 4th down moves the chains. And Weiser Painting Company player of the game coming up here relatively soon. We'll do a next stoppage of the play. There's handoff on the ground. Pace puts it. Going to be recovered by the Gladiators. Pace.
Gladiators put the ball on the ground, but recover it yet again. On play for the Bulldogs, number 14, Darius Gainey.
6:20 fourth quarter action. 62-14. South Allegheny leading. 2nd down and 10. I formation. Most likely another run for Pace. Instead, it's Jeffcoat. This time up the gut. Jeffcoat, no room to run. And the clock will tick down inside of 6 minutes. South Allegheny opening drive. 168 yards, and ended with a 20-yard pitch and catch. Elijah Drew. Fumble on the ensuing drive, and a 17-yard touchdown run by Shane made it 14-0. Gladiators make it 21-0 on a 4th and 6, 34-yard. Elijah Drew pitch and catch. After a 3 and out, Elijah would find Shane, making it 27-0 after a blocked PAT. It would be a touchdown on a fake punt. Cam Mallory would go for 33, making it 27-8. But Harrell from 36 yards would get it right back out. Another ball on the ground, and the Gladiators go backwards 1 on 3rd down. After a 3 and out and a punt, Gladiators, 8-second, 30-yard Elijah Drew touchdown pass. Elijah Drew on the ensuing drive from 33, and South Allegheny would increase the lead to 48-8. But a late touchdown by Kamen to Grimkowski after Brown almost picked off the pass would get the Bulldogs on the board, making it 48-14. Gladiators unable to score as they ran out of time on their final possession of the half, but a pick 6 by Cook and a blocked punt returned by Pace has the blocked by Pace, returned by Gamrot, has the Gladiators up 62-14. Now a turnover on downs will get possession back to the Bulldogs.
Ball turns over on downs.
As turnover on downs with 4:15 remaining. South Allegheny rolls today. It was the Elijah and Drew Cook show. As your Weiser Painting Company player of the game here, giving you with 4 minutes left in the opening or final quarter of play, is Drew Cook. 6 receptions, 122, 3 touchdowns, and a pick 6 for Cook. As he is your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Laid on the field for SA, Lucas Shaw, the freshman. No room to run for the Bulldogs. Flag in the second level, most likely on an illegal substitution by South Allegheny. South Allegheny, something they need to clean up. 14 penalties today against the South Allegheny Gladiators, as SA abysmal in that point of this game here this afternoon. Really been the only thing SA's done wrong here tonight, or this afternoon, is the penalties. As right side, Cole Little gets the edge, room to run, and they won't get him. Little goes the distance, 58 yards, and a feel-good score for Little, but it means nothing in the outcome of this one. So Cole Little gets to the end zone. On to attempt the extra point for Shady Side Academy is going to be Logan Parker. As Parker, right foot boot, and just makes it through.
Freshman Logan Parker with the conversion.
So Logan Parker. (21-62). 62-21, 2:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Next week, Apollo Ridge for South Allegheny. As I mentioned, Shady Side Academy, they will take on Seton LaSalle. As trying to work back the near side is the likes of Derek Pace.
Brought down by number 23 of the Bulldogs, Malachi Ewell.
Ewell on the stop. 2:18 rolling clock. South Allegheny finishing this one off with yet another victory here this afternoon. Four-touchdown game for Drew Cook. 5 touchdowns thrown by Elijah Cook. High formation, Boxley in the middle. As Boxley gets the call, cuts it right side, not much room to run. As that clock will tick, make that the likes of Tyrone Clater getting the run there for South Allegheny. As they scored on their first 7 drives, Drew Cook hauled in 3 touchdowns, 5 from passing by Elijah Cook, 1 to Brown, 3 to Drew, and 1 to Shane, who had 2 touchdowns today. Drew Cook a pick 6 and also a blocked punt return touchdown by Pace. Gamrett would return it. Cam Mallory, fake punt touchdown and a touchdown reception off the deflection from Brown, as Kamen would find Grimkowski for the lone offensive touchdown today by the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs in that opening half before Cole Little broke one off against the second string. Handoff and no room to run at first as the ball pops free in the second level. That's the other Johnston, Jaden Johnston. So a turnover will send him back the other way. Again, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game, Drew Cook, finishes with 6 receptions for 122, 3 touchdowns, and a pick 6. So Shady Side Academy will take over one last time. 62-21 will be your final score, barring a late strike, but absolute domination here by the South Allegheny Gladiators. Start to finish, it was brilliant. Besides penalties, something South Allegheny knows they will have to clean up going into next week's matchup with Apollo Ridge, who's coming off a win against the Steel Valley Ironmen. Down to 50 seconds on the clock as South Allegheny just looking to finish this one out. As Kamen back in at quarterback, the senior left earlier. Looks like he's just going to come in and take a knee and take this game to completion. So South Allegheny on the road in a dominating contest by the South Allegheny Gladiators. Your final score here in this one, 62-21. Drew Cook, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Gladiators dominant. They led big at the half, and they will leave with a big victory, 62-21. Your final score. That will do it for us here from Shady Side Academy. Gladiators roll right here on MVI Live. This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.